Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for Tuesday, September the 13th. So just looking at Ethereum here for a moment. It does appear we can count a reasonably nice impulse wave down through here. So an ABC back into the 61.8% retracement level is just about there at the moment. I won't go any further than this today. I'll spend the time on Bitcoin, but we're looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here. The other count that we're looking at, which we're looking at with the US stocks as well, is looking at this here as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here, and then looking for a B wave up here, and then down for a C wave over here. Okay, so if we do get the 5 waves down here, right, then that will give us 5 waves down from the top as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as an A wave here. Then we would see an A and a B and a C wave up here for a B wave, and then go down and make new lows. Okay, so they're the two bearish pathways for all of this. What happens if this low stays in here, and we could view this as an A and a B and a C wave here? Then we could look at this, just looking at the positive side, looking at this as wave 1 up here with an ABC for wave 2 here, and then moving up higher at that point. So that's also possible as well. It's a bit of a slim chance because it means that the Bitcoin count, if we look at Bitcoin here for a moment, if we viewed this here as wave 1 for Bitcoin, coming off this low as a wave C here, then we would need to look at Bitcoin as a wave 2 coming in over here for this. So it's a bit of a long shot. It doesn't really represent a nice 5-wave structure. So I understand that we could merge it into that, but it also doesn't line up with the stocks at this stage as well. But it's possible, it's plausible, but not probable. Okay, that type of thing. So it's still there. What I want to talk about today with this is Bitcoin here on a tick chart here. We've been looking at the move down. I've got it here as wave 1 from the top, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. That's been the best fit for this at this stage. Now, it's about how we count this down here. So if we count this as 5 waves down here, then we've also got an impulse wave here as well. So that means that we would need to look at this as an A wave, a B wave pulling back 50-60%, and then a C wave up here, and then coming down for wave 3 over here for that, then 4 and then 5. The other way to count this is a little bit different. The other way to count this in a nutshell is like what we're doing with stocks. So if I can just look at one of the stock charts here for a moment, this is the S&P 500. You see how we've got this down here as well. You could look at it as wave 1 or the A wave. We're looking at this as an A and a B, and then 5 waves up here for a C wave up here, to make that B wave up here, and then come down from that point. So we're looking for 5 waves up here. So basically an A and a B and a C, because that's what the stocks are telling us. And of course, we've been treating Bitcoin like a stock. It's not my fault, but it's just the way that it is. So if we were going to do that, then we could look at this in terms of an ABC pattern here for Bitcoin with wave C of 2 to come into this space. Okay, so we're going to have a look at that next, and that would be in line with the stock market, which I kind of like at this point, but we'll just keep this one here for the time. This is the alternative count. If I go from 10 to 5 ticks here, nothing special in all of that, and looking at this here as, let's just get this out of the way here. So we've got wave 3 and 4 here, and let's just open this up here. It's a little bit a little bit messy, but looking down as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 1, then the A wave and the B wave, and then up here for the C wave, the same as stocks coming into the 61.8% or close to the 23,000 at that point there. So we could even have a top in at the moment. It's just a little bit tricky because of this spike here that doesn't make it sort of nice, because we could look at this as 1 and 2 here and 3 and 4 and 5 coming up here. So I'm not quite sure about the top, but I don't think it really matters today too much about that. But I think today was just really presenting the idea that we can have wave 1 here, an A and a B and a C, like we do in the stock market, and treating this tech stock the same as well as all the big tech stocks. So you can have a look at the video on that, and you'll see that most of them are in the same boat. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So I'll leave it at that. So let's just see how this plays out, and we'll also see how the stock market plays out as well. And like I said, there's a chance for the bullish market to be in place, but it's hard to in a way, it's hard to. I know that we can count this up here for Ethereum. We can count as wave 1, and we can look for a wave 2 to come back. But I'd have to line all of the, and Bitcoin, I'd have to line them up with the S&P 500. And if I can bring the S&P 500 back here for a moment, and let's just cruise in here to, let me just go into maybe 1,000 or something here, maybe a bit more. Maybe the daily chart would be better. I'll just show you why it's a bit tricky to look at it as wave 1 up there for Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's just that this is the S&P here, and it could be the Nasdaq. It doesn't really, all of them, but this move up here, this June move up here, it doesn't count as 5 waves up here in the S&P. It's quite clear it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as an A and a B and a C wave. And the fact that this has come down here, so you can't look at this as wave 1, 2, 3, 4 here because of the overlap here. You could look at it, the long shot would be looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and then wave 1 and wave 2 here. So I'm happy to dance with that, but we certainly still need to see more, more activity up here. But even if we did move up there, I wouldn't be jumping the gun too much. As somebody pointed out to me, rightfully so, is that we could move the B wave over to here and the C wave here over to this point and look at it that way. So there would still be, a lot to work through before we, called a low into place. It's just not fitting just yet. So we're in the middle of a correction here. And yes, we can put wave B here, and we can look at this as wave 1 and 2 here and go down here. There are quite a few options here, and I think, my job is to lay all the options out and then look for, safe trading strategies within all of that, and that's what we're doing. So when you get big patterns like this that can travel sideways in lots of 3 and so on, we just need to be a little bit more cautious. We need to understand all the counts. We need to understand at what point can we trade where all the counts would pretty much line up with each other, that sort of thing. So so to look at Ethereum as a wave 1 up here, just coming back to that, it's doable, but Bitcoin doesn't really count nicely up there either. This is doable. Bitcoin doesn't count as neatly as Ethereum to the upside. But like I said, it's possible, plausible, but not probable at this stage. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that, and let's just see how this plays out through here. But I think that we need to expect at some point a nice move down into this space. Will it be a third wave or an ABC pattern here for down here and then move up to here for that and then down? But either way you want to look at it, the whole crypto market is not fully flushed out yet. It's still still on its way sideways and downwards just yet. I know a lot of hodlers are hodling, and there's a lot of folks just keeping their coins, which is great to see, because that's what Warren Buffett would do, wouldn't he? And he's a shining light on how to make money. You simply don't sell. especially if you believe in the product. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Cheers.